Baptist Bible Church, may I help you?
Baptist Bible Church?
Yes.
I'd like to speak to whoever maintains the mailing addresses for literature on the visitor of the Bible Baptist Church.
Good morning, Thorn 2.
I'd like to talk to whoever maintains the mailing address and addresses on people who receive the visitor of the Baptist Bible Church.
Well, I can take the message and give it to the girl in the shipping department. I usually do. Did you want your name taken off or added?
I want to get the name taken off the newspaper that goes out.
If you hold just for a second till I get a pen, please. Okay.
Now, what is your name, in case I have to contact you again? What is your name?
Well, I'm Mr. Perry's secretary, Mrs. Cox.
Mr. Berry's?
Perry, P-E-R-R-Y.
Oh, you're Mr. Perry's secretary, Mrs. who?
Cox, C-O-X.
Cox?
Right.
C-O-C-K?
C-O-X.
Cox, C-O-X? You're Mrs. Cox?
Right.
And you're going to give this message to whom?
Mrs. Mahaley in the shipping department will take care of it, and she'll do it right away if you'll give me the message, please.
Okay, and how do you spell her name in case I have to get in touch with her?
Why should you need to get in touch with her?
Well, just in case anything further comes up on this, I'll know who to call. You're going to ask somebody else to do it. What is the name of the individual you're going to ask to take care of this? Mrs., I didn't get the name. I'm a little hard of hearing, ma'am. You'll have to speak up loud. I'm very hard of hearing.
Just a moment, please. I'll let you talk with Mr. Perry, all right?
Well, no, I'm calling long distance, and this is costing me money. It's not necessary to transfer me from one place to the other. I'm very hard of hearing, and I'm calling long distance.
Would you give me your name and address, please, and I'll see that it gets taken care of?
Well, we're over in Delaware, and it's costing me money long distance to call.
Well, if you would give me your name, it would only take a couple seconds.
Oh, and you're going to have, who take care of this?
I'll take care of it myself.
Oh, Mrs. Cox is going to take care of it. Well, now, look, ma'am, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? The visitor of the Bible Baptist Church?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and this you mail out from Elkton, Maryland?
Right.
And you send it out bulk mail, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And you mail it to people in Maryland and people in Delaware?
Right.
And you get the addresses either from the telephone book or else somebody else has turned in our name and address.
Right, that's right.
Is there any way to know who submitted the address?
No, I'm afraid not. We mail out over 30,000 visitors each month.
How many?
30,000.
Well, we didn't request this ourselves, and it appears like it might have been taken from a telephone directory. It appears that it might have gotten from a telephone directory, but we didn't submit it ourselves.
Well, if you would give me your name and address, I'll see that it gets taken off today.
You mean you'll be sure that it's taken off your mailing list permanently and forever?
Right.
Yeah. Well, look, we're Methodists, and we don't have the personal time to receive this particular mail. And we have to get it off our mailing list because it is, every time we go to the mailbox, we've got this in the mailbox, and we do not want it coming through the United States mails.
All you need to do is give me your name and address, and it'll be taken care of.
Okay, well, I thank you very much. That's, the name of that is R. You've got it listed as R. Schleifer. S is in Samuel, L-I, F is in Frank, E-R.
Okay.
Did you get that?
Yes, your address.
S is in sugar, L-I, F is in...
Just a moment. Would you talk with Mr. Perry, please?
No, I'm calling long distance, and I don't want to run up my phone bell. That's R. Schleifer, and you're sending it to 333 Tamara, T-A-M-A-R-A.
Hello.
T-A-M-A-R-A, Circle, Harmony Hills, New York, Delaware, 19711. Did you get that address?
Would you give it to me again, please?
333 Tamara, T-A-M-A-R-A, Tamara Circle, Harmony Hills, New York, Delaware, 19711.
And your name, please?
you're taking this off the mailing list. The name is R like in R. You got that, didn't you? And it looks like it came from a telephone directory listing. It says R. Schleifer, S as in Samuel, L-I, F as in Frank, E-R. There's been a state and county police. The state and county police in Delaware have been eliminating all harassments to this residence for about 6 years. We think this came out of a telephone directory, but there's always a possibility that some individual put in a request that this be sent to our home. We are not Baptists, and we do not want it because we're not Baptists. And we want it off the mailing list, and for 6 or 8 years, about 6 years, our home has been harassed and deluged with all kinds of harassments, and this is the latest harassment, getting us through the mail without our personal request for the same.
I see. Well, we don't consider it harassment, but we'd be very glad to take you off the list.
Well, we happen to know some people who are Baptists, and there's a possibility they may have put us on the mailing list. I don't know. And it is not with our consent and our permission. And it looks like it came out of a telephone directory, the publication. And we have had people who've gotten in our personal mailbox and taken out mail. We've had people who've put frogs in our mailbox, and they've put rocks in our mailbox. They've put animals in our mailbox.
Would you spell your last name again for me, please? S-L-I-F-E-R, is that correct?
No, this is strictly confidential. This is strictly confidential. I'm calling from Delaware, and it's costing me money. The gal I just talked to, I'm sure she got it correct. It's costing me money, long distance to call, which is another harassment to our home. The telephone expense to straighten out things that we do not request. And when people come along and put frogs in the mailbox, rocks in the mailbox...
I'm sorry, ma'am, but we're not putting frogs in your mailbox, and we're not interested in that. We will be glad to take your name off the list, and I believe we've got all the information.
Well, the thing of it is, I noticed that a United States mailman just dropped that off this morning. Now, I had gotten another one similar to it, and I didn't see who put it in the mailbox.
Well, it came through the mail.
Well, what I was going to say is I saw somebody, people have been getting in our mailbox, putting rocks and frogs and whatnot, and we've had mail missing from our mailbox, and so our mailbox is under scrutiny. We don't let nobody in our mailbox unless he's authorized.
Well,
we had found this in our mailbox a long time ago, and it appeared to be coming through the United States mails. And then after that, this morning, I am positive that the mailman dropped off another copy. So it apparently is being picked up from a telephone directory listing. It appears to be. However, we happen to know some people who are connected with the Baptist Church in Elkton, Maryland, and there's a possibility that they are endeavoring to get us on the mailing list in connection with some personal friendship down in the Maryland area in which we're not the least bit interested.
Well, I guarantee you, I'm in charge of that area, and I will see that your name gets off of it. I do need to know how to spell it.
Well, the other gal took it. The girl that took the telephone call, she's already got it. You intercepted the telephone call, and she's got it.
Right, well...
That's R, and the last name starts with S as in sugar, L-I... F as in Frank, E-R.
Okay, I've got
that.
that.
And we've had to have the police and we've had state police and county police here for a period of 6 years. We had some neighbors that lived next door here to us in Delaware. They moved down to the Maryland area. They live in the Elkton area. We do not know how much harassment is coming from Maryland back into the state of Delaware. We've had state and county police in here for 6 years, cleaning up window panes that were broken, come around here at Halloween time and climb all over your automobiles. We've had people in the neighborhood just stand out here and litter your property. We've had people in our mailboxes and whatnot. So we get out of our mailbox everybody we don't request.
Okay.
And if you got this out of the telephone directory, you're in 100% good shape. If you got it out of the telephone directory, which is published, you're in beautiful 100% shape. But if the source of this address came from someone who wanted to cram down our throats Baptists instead of what we really are, if the source of this was somebody who I happen to know who is a Baptist that's going to see that we get Baptist education regardless, then I consider it a harassment, you see.
May I ask you what you are? Are you saying
well, that's invasion of privacy to ask me that personal question.
I see. Okay.
And starting effective October, we have a federal law which will give us the necessary protection out of Congress just passed, coming through the end of September. is a new federal law which will bear down on the whole United States of America starting effective October 1st, 1975. Any invasion of privacy whatsoever will be prosecuted under the federal law starting October 1st, 1975.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't have time any longer. I will be glad to take your name off, and you'll no longer get that publication.
Well, now, this is strictly confidential.
We'll not be telling a soul. We'll
It's
be taking your name off
strictly
and throwing it away.
confidential, and I am 100% sympathy with all religions all over the United States and all over the world.
Okay.
I am a Christian. I am a member of the church. My husband is a member of the church. My daughter is a member of the church. I believe in the church 100%. I back the church 100%. 100%. I back every religion that wants to exist in the whole wide universe.
Okay.
However, I will not have my mailbox invaded by rocks, frogs, and personal
I would suggest
literature
that you
I do not
contact
request.
the U.S. Postal Authorities.
I beg your pardon?
I would suggest that you contact the U.S. Postal Authorities as to what is put in your mailbox. We have absolutely nothing to do with that.
I've already done that.
Okay.
Now, one other thing I'd like to say before I get off the telephone.
What is that?
In your Baptist article that you have published, you have printed on the inside, the Visitor of the Baptist Bible Church is published monthly, second-class postage page, Elkton, Maryland. That is printed by you personally, it appears, within your article, right?
That is correct.
That is correct. Now, I have examined the literature coming to my door, and I do not see on it anything that says bulk postage paid, which is affixed by the United States Post Office. That I cannot understand.
Because it's not sent bulk, it's sent second class.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Anything shipped second class, whoever publishes it puts it down themselves. But if it is published and sent in bulk, then the post office takes care of the bulk stamping.
That's right. We have a second class permit that enables us to print precisely what we have printed, and we pay a certain rate for that, and we need no other information on there.
Well, I'd like to ask you one question, then I'll get off the phone.
What is that?
When there is in the whole United States, we're getting federal legislation to straighten out a lot of junk mail that goes back and forth around the universe.